Hello again, everybody. This is Derek, aka Mr. Everything, and we are coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. In today's video, we're going to continue on with our What's in the Box series. And in today's What's in the Box, we are finalizing our three-part mini-series on the HaT Prussian Infantry. This final box is the marching box. The marching box has different artwork than the first two. The first two had the white straps and the light pants. Luckily, I think yellow turnbacks or collars and cuffs, where this is a completely different set. Okay, so let's take a look at the back of this. First of all, you do get HaT is normally a 1/72nd scale plastic, like Army Man, Army Soldier type company, but they have expanded into 28 millimeter, so that is a benefit for all of us 28 millimeter wargamers. There are 32 models in here. So with my three boxes, right? I got the command box, the action poses, and the marching poses. If you were to use all three boxes, you could make 4 full-size 24-figure battalions. Okay, because 3 times 32 is 96, and 4 times 24 is also 96. And luckily they come in groups of 4 in the boxes, so you can easily divide 2 bases of 4 per box, so you get your 6 bases. I don't know if I confused you right there, but and that's for black powder. All right, now on the back, they normally give like an idea of what you're going to get in the box, as well as like a gluing instructions. Well, in this one, it looks like the only thing you're going to glue is the backpacks, but I'm not sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and open this up and take a look, because some of the other boxes had the idea that you were only going to glue the backpacks, and that wound up not being true. You had to glue on a few of the arms. Okay, set that off to the side. You get 4 sprues. Like I said, you get them in groups of 4. There's probably 8 models on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that sprue right there counts as 2 bases in one of your battalions. And so you could do, these could be in 4 different battalions if you use the action as maybe your skirmishers, and then the command as your, your standard bearer, drummer, officers. Okay, so usually the sprues are exactly the same, but let's take a look to make sure that is the case. Yep, okay, so you get 4 sprues all exactly the same. So we're going to take a look at these sprues. Okay, the weapons are molded in, so you don't have to worry about gluing any arms on. The heads are all molded in. You don't have to glue the heads on. The only thing that you have to attach are the backpacks and bedrolls. And as per all of their sets so far, the model or the figure itself has a pin or a peg sticking out of his back, and the backpacks have these holes where you would line them up properly. And also the bedroll going over the shoulder, but it also goes over the backpack as well. You got to make sure that when you're putting the backpack onto the back that you line up the bedrolls. My guess is, I don't know this because I haven't assembled any of them, but my guess is the seam between the backpack bedroll and the front part of the bedroll is probably where a strap goes across it or something like that, because HaT is really good at disguising their seams with things that should be part of the mold. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to zoom in on these guys and take a look at what their quality looks like. Now, just looking at one of these models, I'm going to measure from the bottom of their feet, not the base, the top of the base or the bottom of their feet up to their eye level or the brim of their shako should be 28 millimeter. It looks like it's over an inch, maybe an inch and an eighth, an inch and an eighth. Okay, but if I was to measure on my millimeters, which is off the camera over here, 25, 26, 27, maybe 27, 27 and a half, maybe. I wouldn't say they're full 28s, but that's just this guy right here. You'll also notice that they all don't have the same height, which is a good thing in my opinion. If I was to take these and mix them in with some other Perrys or something like that, they're going to fit pretty well. They are lifelike, which in my opinion, that is not always a good thing, because it makes them realistic, like their body weight and shape and thickness of the weapons and all that is accurate to a 28 millimeter scale. But when you're wargaming, I've found that bulky miniatures, things that have a little meat on them, a man might have a leg this thick. If the miniature had his leg this thick, it would actually look better on the battlefield. If a rifle is only this big around, but the miniature has the rifle this big around, I think it looks better on the table. That's my own personal opinion, but some people like it to be precisely accurate to the scale, and that's what these figures are. They are definitely lifelike. Okay, so let me adjust the focus. We'll get in close. We'll take a look at the quality of these models. Alright guys, here we go. We're going to take a look. There's this big gap here. They probably they had enough room to put another man there, but it would have threw off their numbers. And it would have taken more plastic. So let's just take a look right here. Maybe it would have increased their cost. Looks good. Just he's cradling his weapon. These guys all have shako covers, so they're going to be good in the wet weather or Waterloo campaign. And there's a bunch of the packs, which include the saber that they have hanging from them. Flipping it over, let's just take a look at these guys. You can see through the shadowing that there's going to be a little bit of flash on that guy. So just a little X-Acto, drag the backside of your X-Acto on those, you'll clear them off. And then what I've been doing recently is using a really thin model cement, plastic model cement, I just been brushing it over the models, and it'll kind of melt away all that little extra. If it's super thin, if it's a thin mold line, it'll get rid of it. If it's a thick mold line, you got to do something with your knife. .28mm Prussians, infantry. You can see their pack straps. You can see their buttons on their jackets, but you can kind of see there's like this mold line that you're going to have to correct. All right, well, that was the 4. Now, since every one of them is the same, I only showed 1 sprue because just understand that you're going to be getting 4 of them, right, for a total of 32 models. And remember, if you're doing a black powder set, I would recommend getting a command box and 2 other boxes. You could either get 2 marching boxes, 2 action pose boxes, or an action pose and a marching box. But guarantee get the command. That's because you're going to get your standard bearers and stuff like that. So with 3 boxes, you can make 4 full-size battalions of 24 figures. If you are more into the large basing style where you put 6 figures on a base instead of 4, then your math will be off, will be a little bit different than this. But if you're doing the standard 4 figures on a 40mm base, 6 bases is a battalion. You can make 4 battalions out of 3 boxes. These 3 boxes of HaT would cost you approximately the same as 1 Warlord box. So you're getting 4 battalions for the price of 1. So but the quality and the shape and the thickness again of the models, you'll have to judge that for yourself. These are definitely not metal, right? They don't look anything like the Perrys, the front ranks. They don't look anything like the offensive miniatures or any of those. So they have a realistic look, close to Perry. Perry's also got a very realistic look, but like Warlord has a very chunky appearance to the model that makes them look really thick and bulky, which I like, and makes the model more durable. But these guys are going to be fairly durable, mainly because they're all one piece, except for the backpacks. I don't know, I'm rambling now, but this was the final video of the 3-part mini-series of the Prussian infantry. So check out the other videos, the command box set, the action poses, and now the marching. All right, and I will see you in the next video.